Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rumble and Roar podcast, where we talk about anything we want to talk about. I have two guests today. I'm so excited, and I'm always excited. Join with me today is Ontari.
Hi.
And Mya.
Hello.
Yes. Our podcast today, guys, is the Drag Closet.
Ooh.
The Drag Closet. Welcome to my show. Thank you, lady.
I'm so glad.
Yes. And you know what? These questions, I can't wait to get into them because I'm going to learn a lot too. And y'all going to give it. Y'all going to tell us
baby,
what
we gonna
to
tell all.
I'm ready. And we're here for it. We're here for it. Okay, so for our listeners and our YouTube viewers, let's tell a little bit about yourself, like what you do and where you're from.
Oh, I'll go first.
Okay.
I am originally I was born in North Carolina, and then I moved to Georgia with my father around 5 years old, and I've been here ever since, going back and forth. And then I permanently stayed when I turned 14, 13, and I work at a Publix warehouse, and then my second job is drag.
Yes, a beautiful one at that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was born in Miami, but lived all over the East Coast. But I spent most of my life growing up here in Atlanta. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, so if you were here when you were 5, so you've been here all your life, darling.
Yes, honey. Bounce back and forth.
Have you been here longer than 10 years, Mya?
Because we lived here when I was like little. So we stayed like maybe 6 years then we moved back here, and I haven't left since 2015. So like 15 years.
She done lived everywhere in Georgia though. We be driving around. Oh,
Girl, all over
I
Atlanta.
remember when I was right here, girl.
The west side, the east side, the hood, the bank bit.
Exactly. Well, that's good. That's good. Well, I am ready for the first question. Are you guys?
All right, let's go.
Yes. Okay. How did you come up with your drag name?
I actually was inspired by
She jumped right in. She be ready.
Yes, baby. I was inspired by a show. I heard like a piece of the name and I pieced it together, put it together, and asked for, because Ontari is such a pretty name. I think her name was Ontari or Octavia, something like that. So I kind of took it, bended it a little bit, made it a little more elegant, Ontari, a little androgynous, and as for luxury, I mean, baby.
Oh yes.
Yes, honey.
So it's not it's Ontari, Undragon. Say it again.
Ontari luxury.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Love it. Yes. And you were inspired by that name from someone else?
Yes, on a show, a character on the show, and I switched up a little bit to make it my own. And you know, I live for it.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, this is a little stunning little royal name.
Yes. Okay, so Mya, what about
I had my name before I even wanted to do drag. I knew of drag. My mom helped a lot of the queens that have been on RuPaul's Drag Race before they got on there, like helped when they came up. And I was about 15, and I wanted it to play off my real first and last name because it's MM, so I wanted to keep the MM, but feminine. So I was in a really dark time in my life when I came up with the name, but it was just me and my mom, and basically we had came up with Mya.
But it's such a pretty name to come up with in a dark time. Usually it's not a good name, but
it was.
Mya is very pretty.
Mya, and then growing up, I've been a huge Barb and Nicki Minaj fan. So originally I wanted it like Mya Minaj, but then I'm like, no, that's copyright. Like, I don't need her coming for because of the last name. So I thought Mirage, but like, it's like a mirage. It's like you don't. I think it's like you don't. It's like you don't know, like Mirage, like Mya Mirage, and that's what me and her both came up with at 15. But that was before I even wanted to do it. I knew of drag. I wasn't really
It was beta testing.
I wasn't interested in it. Like, I never thought, oh, I could.
Well, you know that's going to be one of my questions, and I'm not going to jump ahead. You know that's one of my questions. What got you into it? So we'll get to that. Okay. So yeah. So you did not when you first when you got the name Mya at 16. It wasn't that you were into it at the time. You just
I liked like celebrities, like artists and music and how they would perform. And I thought, well, drag, they do that too,
Yes.
but they're lip syncing and impersonating. So I liked that part of it.
Oh.
But I always was taken aback from it because of like just the journey.
Yeah.
The journey is what I was afraid to take. Like in the hard work and the makeup. Oh yes.
Everything you're saying right now is a lot of the stuff that I want to ask you. So that's so cool. Y'all, we're here for it. So stay right here and be here for it. Okay, so how did each of you, wait a minute, how did you each get into drag and what drew you to it? See, that was pretty much what you were just almost saying.
Right. Oh, you want me to go?
Yes, you are.
Well, so I would watch like girls on YouTube and just, I love the music and I love just the art of expressing performance through music.
Okay.
And then around COVID, it was around COVID time, we were all, locked down, and I was watching this season on this show. I don't know if I could say it, I might get copyright.
Okay, never mind.
RPDR, and of course, the woman that inspired my name, Nikki, was guest judging.
Okay.
And so I was watching just that one episode, not because of the drag, but because I saw her on there. And I was like, okay, this seems like interesting. Then I kept watching. I was with my cousin at the time. We just binged like all of the seasons, and I was coming into it then like, okay, maybe I can see this happening like once I'm out of high school. And yeah.
Yes. Okay. So how did you get into the drag, and what drew you into it?
So just like her, I always knew what drag was, but I never really paid attention to it because I was a football player.
Okay.
Originally, I played football. I was always trying to do sports to impress my dad or whatever. And, because I had a little height on me or whatever. So okay, let me try to do this and try to look into this. Then, just like her, where we kind of bonded at and kind of first met.
Oh.
Nicki Minaj, I'm a big fan of Nicki too.
Oh, that's my favorite.
She went on the show, and I'm thinking she's gonna judge the whole season of the Drag Race. So I was like, okay, let me tune in to see the queen judging these girls. Mm-hmm. So I tuned in, baby. I was mesmerized by all the theatrics, all the dramatics, all of it. But it didn't become like an interest to do it yet. So I got into the online drag community is what they call it. I would watch them perform on the cameras and, compete on the little online competitions. And I'd just be watching over.
Oh, they do it online too?
Yeah, the whole community, all the different
Honey.
It's
a whole role play.
Yeah, so they like compete and they do SmackDowns.
Have you guys done that before?
Baby, I've battled.
He's made his reigns. I touched and dabbled.
I went through it all, baby. But
I gotta see it.
One day I just tested my luck. I said, let me go in and try to lip sync. And I lip sync. I was not good at the time, but I lip sync, and the love and the support just made me start doing it more and more and more. So I got really, really good at it. And then that love for lip syncing and playing it on the video games started to grow into an art, like a real life, especially as I continue watching the show, which is like the biggest showcase of drag ever. So then I started doing the dress up to do the competition. So I started dressing up, and then I would notice this character start to come more and more and more alive. And then it would start to become balancing Ja and Ontari. Now how did I start getting into the drag scene is a little more extra, honey. I said, I want to really see if this is for me. I was 18 at the time, so I couldn't do any shows in Atlanta. So I flew out with my little McDonald's check, girl, I flew out all the way to DC.
So they won't let you do it in Atlanta if you're 18?
They have some places, but when I had started, I don't think all those places were available
So
yet.
what is the age that you can do it in Atlanta?
Probably 21 because most of it is in bars.
Because most of
Drinking. That's their, yeah.
That's understandable. Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know, let me take this little McDonald's check, and I'm gonna go to DC. Flew all the way to DC. Did my first ever drag show, and I'll never forget, a man went to his ATM after my number. Girl, I made so much money that night, by the way. That was already the first time I got the coin. I was like, oh yeah, this is the
Yes!
But a man went to his ATM, and he pulled out, I'll never forget, 420s. And he looked at me, and he told me, this is what you need to be doing. Today, you touched my life. And then after that, I said, God, I asked you to show me a sign because none of that sports and stuff was working, and he showed me that night. And ever since then, baby,
you doing that thing.
Full blaze ahead. Exactly.
Yes. Okay. Look, I got all into the story.
Right.
Okay, do you remember the first time you hit the stage in drag, and what was that moment like?
You want to start us off?
Sure. I started like a month after she did the show in DC, and I was very nervous. Mm-hmm. My birthday had just passed, and I don't know, I just wore what I could find, had on a red bob wig, and of course I had to perform the Queen. I always said if my first ever number, I would want it to be a Nicki song. So that's what I did. And honestly, after I did it, I felt this like uplifting spirit. Like I was so nervous and anxious before, but once I had got on the stage, I heard the music, it's like it all wept away. And then I just...
You know what? What you're describing is, and I know, guys, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm taking it to the left, but I'm gonna bring it back. What you just described was when I went parasailing. It's sort of like I was like, when they took me way up in the air, I was like, oh my God.
Right, you build up these things in your head.
But once I got up there and I was really, really high, it was a soothing comfort, like, oh, I can't explain this, but I feel good.
Right.
So that's how you were. You
yeah,
were
like I was building up, oh, I don't want this to happen.
Yes,
because I get in my own way, and I'm like,
but once you
let me just go and just let free.
And I was over there screaming my shoe.
Yes.
It's King Kong. I was like,
yeah. And it showed me then, like, okay, I love the performance. I love music, and I love showcasing that.
And it was also our first time performing together and meeting each other.
And we knew each other online, like, and talked online, but that's when we first had met in person, and it was just so, a lot of things happened. It was so surreal.
Meant to be.
Yes.
Okay, do you remember? Okay.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So I'm a Tyler Perry girl. Baby. I'm a Tyler Perry play girl.
Even with the lawsuit.
Babe.
I love Tyler Perry. You can hear me on a lot of my videos. All I'm talking about is Tyler Perry.
Have you heard about the lawsuit?
I did.
We'll wait till it gets to court.
But I'm a Tyler Perry girl. So, I was already had a lot of things going on in my mind at DC show because I was running late. So I missed my first performance. So my second performance was like a very emotional number in a Tyler Perry play by Melanie Daniels. So, child, right before they call my name when I say, it's so crazy what happens in your head. Like, no, this is a mess. You're not going to do good, girl. Don't do this. Da, da, da. No. And then that, like she said, when that music plays, it's like a peace of mind. That's how you know you're starting it.
Action.
Because everything goes
literally, lights, camera.
Action.
It's silent in your head, and you're immediately hitting that floor, and you immediately get right into it. So, but I was so in it, you couldn't tell me nothing else on that stage. I had these crazy ass braids on and some damn $2 dress I found.
It's okay.
But all I knew is that my mama was in that crowd.
Yes.
These people waited for me to be here. I'm finna come here. I'm finna do my damn thing.
Yes.
Girl, hit that stage, and when I left after I performed, what really got it to me, because I did tear up at the end of my performance.
Because you were so...
They were all screaming and coming up to you. It was like so much love in a room that just... You don't know none of these people. They've never met you. They've never seen you. All they know is what you just presented. That's all they know.
What you gave them.
So to leave them with that kind of feeling of happiness, it just filled me up. And again, that's another way I knew this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it just went from there.
Okay. Oh, I love these stories, guys. I love them. Okay. What is Atlanta drag scene like behind? Wait a minute. What is Atlanta drag scene like behind the scenes when you guys are off stage? When you're off stage, what's going on? What do you do? What happens?
I feel like I will say this: the Atlanta drag scene is very huge. It's so many different parts of it. Yeah. Where you could really, you can find your place in each spot. What I call it, I think it's a little separation. You have the mainstream side that are heavily influenced by the show of Drag Race. Okay. And then you have the side who are more influenced by the traditional way of drag. And those sides sometimes will come together, but it's really still split. You have that pageantry, traditional side, and then you got that show pop hype, things like that.
Yes.
The industry is also very messy, no shade. And it's very competitive. When you're coming
And that was what, I'm sorry to cut you off. I was going to ask, is it competitive?
Very competitive. Because at the end of the day, there's girls who like to do this just for fun and as a hobby.
Right.
And then there's girls who want this to be their career, who wants to make money off of this in life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it does get competitive. It does, like, you ain't taking my spot, boo. You ain't gonna move me out the way.
Yeah.
Because I know everybody likes to say there's room for everybody, but when these showrunners are doing these shows, because it's not, a lot of times it's not a drag queen running the show. It's
and that's going to be another one of my questions.
We're going to get to that.
Okay, we'll get to it.
But yeah, the scene is very split, and you do have to find your footing. And once you have your footing, you have to drive and keep going. Because the moment that you stop is when you can get left behind, and they'll try to forget you and weed you out.
Wow.
So that's like one of the hard shoes, but I feel like it's not even just in drag, that's in any part of entertainment.
Yes.
You have to, once you're in there, you need to push. You can't just stop and then come back, because what that does is these girls feels like they can weed you out.
Now you have to start all over, yeah. Yes. So what is your scene like behind the scenes in Atlanta?
I would agree with Ontari. I know how entertainment is, everyone is for themselves at the end of the day. We're all new. We're all trying to get to a spot of success to where we can do this and sustain a life. And it is competitive. A lot of the ways the newer queens come up, you have to do competitions, which to a lot of people, it can be a little, they say it's to help you grow, but it can be a little like, what's the word?
Intimidating?
It can give you like, I don't know, like,
and the motivation to
second guessing and kind of like this. Because there's a lot of the ways to show who you are. You have to compete as a new queen, where your makeup is maybe not the best. You don't have all this money, loans, and people to have outfits and expensive hair. And these queens who are established, who have been here, are judging you on, bitch, what I can put together as a new coming queen who just wants to showcase drag and showcase the stage. So it can teach you real quick that this is it's more than what we liked it for. It's a lot of who you know and who can do this for you, and it's not really about
what you know,
what your talent is and what you bring.
When you watch drag through a show like Drag Race, you're not realizing that this is glamorized. This isn't what it's actually like when it's not on a TV screen.
That's everything.
You thinking that
and the back scenes, are it's not what you see. We don't put this together right now, but before this started, it's like, I get it.
Right,
that.
for example, you even want to get a little more explicit. I compare drag to sex sometimes. You see sex on the phone and you think it's this crazy fun thing, and then you do it and it's like...
Right, it's not like the pornography.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she said, we have to come up through competitions when you're a new queen. You have to compete. If you're not a girl like me who loves to compete, it didn't bother me because I just love competing.
Right.
I like I told you, I went up, I kind of was already growing popularity through the online scene of it. She didn't do the online competition. So her first introduction to competitions was through established queens judging you on the floor.
This being a drag is not something you could be shy. You cannot be a shy person and do this. Or
what? No, I think the drag brings out a side that your out of drag self would not do.
Okay.
Because I'm not the most out there person. I'm really not. I'm very introverted.
Wow.
And when I am in drag, I am more comfortable talking with people and just engaging. Whereas when I'm not, I'm a little more to myself.
Okay.
So I think it both could be true. Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite part of performing?
When it's done.
Not really.
Went off and take it off. No, yes, when it's done, but what I like the most is when I'm done performing. Two things, actually.
Okay.
One, when I'm done performing and they're coming up to you, letting you know how good you did, like what your number did for them. That is always my favorite and my best part, because at the end of the day, before I'm here to please anyone, I want that audience to know that I ate that tonight.
Yes.
Even before myself.
And I didn't come here to play. I did
right,
what I
baby.
did.
And my second part is when I know I'm gonna do something crazy or sickening or like a trick or something fun with the lip syncing that I know they're gonna go up for it, and then they actually go up for it.
Yes.
It just gets you so hyped. So those are my two favorite things.
Okay.
Yeah, like she said, when it's over, I can breathe again. And honestly, when I have a more one-on-one moment with the people in the crowd, like when you're grabbing, a tip and it's a very intimate moment. I love the crowd giving me the energy.
Tell them what happened at You're Tired.
Oh yes, someone had came up to me. I guess they were in the back saying that my number saved them from, I don't know if I can say it on here, committing. And they were thinking of doing that after leaving that bar that night.
Oh my goodness.
I know. And I ended
in a bad place.
Right, and I ended up losing that competition, but
no, you won it.
Right.
You did not.
I won with that.
You won because you helped someone.
Yeah.
That wasn't losing. That wasn't.
No,
losing.
that was winning.
That was
ultimately,
winning.
And I love because that's how it touched me when I saw drag. When it touches a person directly, when they see that's what I enjoy the most. So.
I love that. Okay, who really runs the drag shows?
A lot of the time, it is very rare. I will say it's very rare to see a drag queen like us behind the scenes passing out the checks running the show. A lot of times the drag queen job is to get queens to do the show. And what that does is a lot of times, especially in a competition, that's what we call talent nights, the competitors, we're not getting paid to come in and perform. The only person getting paid is the queen hosting the show. So
how do you get paid then?
We rely on tips.
So I'm gonna have to remember that. But I do well with tips. I love going to Lips. Lips is I have so much fun there. So I'm gonna have to remember that because I thought that it was a check and you
well, they get paid at Lips. They get a check.
No, I thought you did too, though.
When you're doing a talent night, even some shows when it's not a talent night, they might not pay you and you have to rely on tips. It's just really based on how do you think you want to be paid at night? Are you going to accept that show knowing you're not making the pay? Now that I'm starting to come up a little more, I've been getting, I get paid to come out now. So it's different. But, and it feels different because now it feels like, okay, well, you're paying for a service now. And it starts to become like a job.
Okay.
But it's not drag queen. A lot of times it's not a drag queen running the show. It is a white man behind the scene running every single thing. Probably a white gay man, but it's always a man behind the scenes a lot of the times. You'll only see a drag queen really running the show if it's like at a private location, like a restaurant who just let you do the drag show for a second, something like that. But it's always a person really pulling the strings behind her. There's always a man behind the queen.
So, and that's interesting. What if, do you think it would be ran better if it was a female?
No.
No, it's good that it is a male, but I just believe that
Oh, you said like a female, like a woman?
Yeah, that was running the show. That was, like you said, it's always a white man actually running it.
I actually think it would still be the same because I just feel like
the same?
they know regardless whether the queen makes money that night, they're gonna make money from drinks, from food, all of that. So they're gonna have it set up to where any kind of show, whether you're male or female, you cannot get mad at it because it's business at the end of the day.
But don't you think that it would be better if the person that was running it was a queen, a drag themselves, so they can know what you feel and what you're going through and things? Because when you don't know, like that's sort of like when somebody tell you about kids, you don't have any.
The men that he's talking about, they own a lot of the bar shows are ran by, because when the drag shows aren't happening, it's a fest. So, but brain fog.
She's trying to
No. I forgot what I was saying. They use, like, for the talent nights, they use kind of like, because they tell us some of the competitions are only popularity. Bring your friends, your family, people you know, to win. And you bring people, they buy drinks, they buy door fee.
Right.
Whether you win or not, you brought people to the show.
Right.
The queens that are competing or in your show or whatever, they're not paid. They not tip. You might win the $50 if you win, but ultimately, the queens are the props. The real money is the people who own these bars and who are basically monopolizing off of local drag and local
And it's a
talent.
package deal because when you're a new queen, your name, if you're not getting adopted by like what we call drag daughters and drag sons, et cetera, if you're not getting adopted by a drag mother, someone who's been established by the game, who can bring you to shows, who can give you bookings opportunity, that's one way to come up. Or go on the biggest show in the world for it. That's one way to come up, but it's very rare because it's thousands of queens want to be on it every day. Or you're gonna have to have all this money or have a special skill or talent that you can help these queens have, like making the hair or sewing an outfit together. Right. But if you don't have those things and you're just naturally trying to come up off the strength of your own talent, it is hard because we didn't have 1,000 people to come in. A lot of these girls have friend groups and big groups of people who will come in and cheer for them and clap for them, because a lot of these competitions, like she said, is based off audience applause. You clap, you win.
See, that's something I need to know as well. When I did not see, these are things we don't know, and I'm glad that you guys are making this clear, because we don't know that. We thinking that, you know, if we don't tip really well or we tip mediocre, it's still okay because you still get a check. That's not the truth. That's not.
And that needs to be, especially for newer shows, talent nights, anywhere there's a newer queen or a queen that someone may see is not as polished as the host, they're most likely relying on that dollar. And that dollar you giving them, it shows like we see you. We see you. Keep working on it. You will get there. You will grow.
And if you don't want to tip, if you don't want to give $1, scream and shout and yell.
Wow.
Clap. Your energy will make us
give
feel
the
it too.
energy. I agree.
Because I hate when people just be sitting, because I know I'm sickening, baby. I go down. When I touch that floor, it's going to be a show every single time.
That's right. I always believe that.
And it's usually a gay man. They will just sit there.
Oh, but right.
Because he want what you got. That's all.
Baby.
Very catty with it.
Our biggest supporters in drag, and we got to give them more credit, are women. It's the truth.
I love
it's
the show.
women.
I love
women will support you more than gay men in our own scene. Yeah. And that's the truth of it. Yeah. But women also, there is a lot of times where women also, you know, don't like us because of certain things. You know, or trying to be like you know, things like that. But what I love about, especially when it comes to shows, you can always tell, a woman will let you know that, baby, I am obsessed. They will tell you, they will express what you have done for them. And I always love when lesbian women too, like, it's just women in general, they give you the love at every show, and it's always shown. Every single time. I'm
sure with the makeup and the hairstyles and all of that, because y'all be beautiful. Beautiful, yes. Okay, so, does drag race affect drag in a negative way?
Take it on.
Oh, you over to go? Yes and no.
Okay.
I think Drag Race has showed lots of queens that they can do it too, and they get inspired to do it from it.
Okay.
But I think it changes the standards of what it was before it was a show, where back in the day you didn't need $300, $400 hair and top tier outfits with a million stones. You were just serving an illusion and serving impersonation. And the show has, while it's good for the girls who are on there, it's heightened, it's given this heightened perception of if you're not on there, if you don't look like them on there, you're not doing drag, you're not, if you don't have all that money, you're not good. And those, a lot of those shows, when those girls, after they get off, they tour the world, those shows are the most packed. Those, when there's a queen from, oh, she's from this season, da da da. And a lot of the girls, get, because I've seen posts about it, they, I guess, oh, y'all don't support local drag. Y'all only coming to give this girl 20, but she's paid this. But I could say that about the queens who are local, who don't support their local drag coming up. I could say that about them. So they come for Drag Race because they're not on it, but y'all do the same thing to girls who y'all don't see on y'all level.
Yeah.
So
It's coming up too.
And to answer that question too, like she said, it's a yes and a no kind of thing, because Drag Race does make a lot of people want to just look into it. Like us, we wanted to look into it to see if this is something we think we want to do.
Right.
But there is a lot of yeses to that. Drag Race does negative effect, because like she said, you're held to a different standard now, because this shows this is how a lot of people have known about drag. It's just how they expect us to look. Designers to be wearing all these designer outfits and all this high quality extra stuff. You have to understand that this is on that TV is not what these girls look like at home. Now there are some girls who look very sickening in the shows, but a lot of that's because of Drag Race. They get held to this standard where you have to look like this, and especially in these competitions, it's like a lot of queens, like she said, they will shame you for wanting to go on Drag Race. They were like, oh girl, you just doing this to go on Drag Race. Oh girl, you want to go on Drag Race so bad. You want to go on Drag Race.
No, that's why you don't mind your daggone business.
But it's not even that, baby. When you judge us, you judge us as if you want us to go on Drag Race. Because you're telling us we need to have this, and we need to have this, and we need to have that, we need to have this, you need to look like this, you need to stone this, you need to stone that.
Let me do me. If you're not positive and giving me something to help me, just let me do me. Don't.
right, and if you don't critique me, help me, bitch.
Right, exactly. That's it. That's just how I feel.
It's like the girls who leave little critiques like, oh, brush this part of your hair. Bitch, I'm already on the floor. What about my performance? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the talent.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish drag focused more on talent than it does on looks, because it just puts so much pressure.
And it did at one point.
But I thought that they do focus on talent, because when I went to Lips Atlanta, they make sure that they are performing. They put on,
and they look good too.
And they look good too.
And I feel like that comes with money, because as we start making more money, of course, you naturally just start to look better when you do it. But a lot of pressure I got, because I would lose competitions a lot of time because either A, audience applause. I didn't have 1,000 people coming to clap for me from my school or from my class or graduation.
Okay.
Or my outfit. I'm not a look queen. When I first started, I didn't know how to put looks together, whatnot. So all I had was my talent.
Well, I think you've learned very well.
Oh, baby. Baby, I win them all now, but it's really a package. It's really a package deal, honey. I had to take a break. And I had to study this drag scene and take a break to really realize what I needed. I worked on my makeup. I worked on my styling for outfits, because you don't gotta buy the most expensive things if you know how to put something together.
There you go.
But
that's my sister. She does that. Okay.
And then I built it. I met people in my job, baby. I went to my warehouse and with a bunch of men in full drag, baby, put up head to toe, and I'm promoting myself. People, every time I meet someone, you want to come to my show? You want to come to my show?
Yes.
Now I'm able to bring out a crowd when I go and compete to come and clap for me. Now I'm able to have that full package deal that you need to have in order to win these competitions.
Okay.
But Drag Race has made it that way. You have to have all of these different things and look this certain way to be seen. And I hate when especially said these queens, and they'll be like, oh, y'all only coming to the show to support the Rue girls. Y'all don't come and support the local drag shows. But I've never gotten mad at that because I feel like that's how it is in any kind of show entertainment. When a celebrity, quote unquote, who's on TV is coming out, more people are naturally going to be there.
Right. That's just how it goes.
Let me tell y'all this. A lot of people love Drag Race. They love the Drag Race. They love the show drag. The drag scene drag is a different kind of thing.
I love that. What's the difference?
It's the show is glamorized and made it this big thing where you're expecting so much and you're expecting lip sync battles and untucked and fights and drama. You came for the show where it's televised and things like that. Whereas a drag show, you will find people who love both, who watches Drag Race and loves both scenes and like to be a part of local drag. So it's a yes and no thing. It affects in a lot of different ways.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So how long does it take to get fully into drag? What's the whole process? He's laughing at me. What?
Today's a great example.
Okay.
I'm a late person. I tend to drag my feet. I'm trying to get better at, because a lot of the time is doing the makeup. For me.
Okay.
Because you see little flaws and you want to correct it. And,
perfectionist.
Right. And a lot of the time, the part I hate is actually doing the makeup. It's just too much. It's like, girl, it drains you. Like after I'm done, I'm like, now I have to do a show. After I just sat here for 2.5 hours trying to.
Well, once you make it really, really big and famous, because both of you will, when you do, you're going to have your own makeup artist.
Right.
Come do it for me.
Right, come do it.
Yes.
I don't want to do it.
I'm very quick. I've learned to paint very, very fast now. I've learned to get dressed fast. Once you've been doing it over and over again, naturally you get fast. I don't know what's this bitch problem. She still don't.
I'm like to everything. Even going to the store, I'm taking forever to leave.
I'm gonna go to McDonald's. This girl, I'm coming out right now. I'm like, girl, we ain't going.
Always
what you trying to put? What you putting on, girl? Yeah. And then come out in the most basic thing. Baby, she got 2 shadows on, and it took her 3 hours.
Yeah.
You was up at 7 o'clock.
They calling you out.
But it is on your own pace, of course. But what I had to realize in my beginning, because I was just like her, it took me forever.
I was just going to say, when you first started, it probably took you a long time. But now, because you have done it, you perfected, and you're faster.
And you have to realize drag makeup isn't supposed to look perfect, because we're wearing a lot of product. A lot of people don't realize you're not going to look like these girls on TV. They have a big ass filter on their face, zooming in,
literally,
and removing.
That's another thing.
Yeah, drag makeup is not perfect, boo. Thankfully, this camera's all the way up, because if you pulled it up to
is there a filter on the camera?
You see this?
Will we have a filter?
No.
No filter?
Raw.
Oh, y'all gonna get it raw.
You're fine. You guys are beautiful. You're beautiful. Beautiful.
But yes, child, like I had to get over that. Like, girl, it's not gonna look perfect. Let me walk you through the process. We have to glue our brows down first and hide them with foundation and powder. Then we have to draw.
Why you have to glue the eyebrows down? Why don't you just draw on the top of?
Because we bring our brows higher.
I used to be one.
I didn't know that, guys. Oh,
I used to not want to do it because I'm like, I don't have 40 minutes to sit in. But honestly, when you do it, you can bring them up. Lifts. Whereas when you use your natural, because we have like boy or bushy brows, so it can look a little
and
like
we were women, because women naturally have lifted faces. So we have to shade our face and bring it up. So we have to use all this different product, and we use the same thing women use, but we use it excessively, like way more to create like a feminine look.
Are you guys listening?
Yes, get this tea. We're schooling you, baby.
This is really good.
You ever want to do drag?
I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Is it hard to do though?
It is hard.
It's still a challenge for me.
Yeah, it's hard to learn and practice. You literally have to practice.
It comes with time.
You
truly
practicing it. Like one day, her first smug was cute, but then she had to redo it in the same day because we had 2 shows the same day. And she redid her whole entire mug, and the second mug
was better.
Way better.
Literally, it just when you keep doing something, eventually you get
repetition.
Right, repetition is the best, you know.
Okay. Do you feel more like yourself when you're in drag or without drag or both?
I feel like drag has helped me learn a lot of things about myself that I didn't know, because I was a very shy person. Like, my only thing I like to do was impress people. And even still now, I'm drag queen. I like to impress people now. But it helped it's my name outside of drag, be able to express myself a little more, speak up more, talk more. Because when we're in drag, we're putting on this character. And a lot of times it's not who you are outside of this.
But
it's this character. But that character helps you. Yeah. And a lot of times you might find people, they become trans because of drag. Like, they become trans women, they learn that I want to be like this all the time. And this is what, you know what I mean? But then you have people like us who we know who we are in and out of drag. Baby, when I'm out of this, baby, as soon as we leave here, I'm kicking my feet. Baby,
like I do.
I become a nigga real quick. Let me tell you. But
wait a minute, you just like us?
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Turn my TV on.
Yeah.
Running.
And then scratch the head. Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a whole nother person.
Yes.
It's not this prim and proper 24/7. So it does help you find yourself, and we do. I'm gonna let her get into it, but we do have definitely that our outside of drag person is definitely a whole different person. A lot of time for people.
Well, I feel like I'm different.
Okay.
Some people don't.
So do you?
No, I think it.
You feel more like yourself or both, or not?
I feel like I do. They do tend to blend. I think because I am naturally feminine out of this, like just naturally.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. I feel like it's still a journey for me. I do think things I do in drag I would not do. I'm not getting on a stage running around with none of this on. So to me, that's a difference. So
So you feel better as a drag or outside drag or both? Which one do you feel better?
I think I feel it's both. I feel
both.
better in a more social aspect in drag.
Okay.
Whereas
You don't talk nobody out of drag.
Out of drag, when I'm in the store, like people think I'm mean. Like they think I'm like.
Look, like when I first met both of you and you weren't talking much.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Yes, and
I'm the person who opens up.
She the bubbly girl. I'm the.
She was like.
She's reading you first.
I'm scanning.
I'll tell you how it works.
That's what she. Oh my God! Not it's reading that way.
We live together. It's literally yes. Every time it's how every person.
Calling you out.
So that's what you got, honestly.
And I love it because it protects both of us.
Yes, it does.
You have one person who is gonna talk.
Eyes when because you were doing me like this, and I was watching. you were talking, and she was like.
Yeah, she's listening, and once she starts to get a feel that you are a good person, then she
I do have my guard up.
And then I was talking, and you were like, "Okay, I can tell that you calmed down and let me go ahead, and she's good people, she's all right."
Right.
Because you were like, I ain't saying nothing. Well, let me see what you
exactly.
What you about?
I'm getting read that way. Oh my God.
Good thing, don't
Such an important thing, especially in these club scenes where people are doing drugs and sex and all this. It's so much happening in a drag show, and we're so focused in our show that we don't notice all the time. It's good to have you have to have both of those things. You have to be immediately able to read a situation, read a person, to know what who am I talking to quickly, because it can affect you. It can have, and it has affected many queens. A lot of girls aren't doing drag now because they didn't know how to read a person correctly, and they ended up getting hurt. Or things like that. So it's very important. But my bitch, she will.
Who is that?
Yes, you did.
And if she wasn't feeling you, I would have felt it.
Let's go.
All right, girl, we need to go. We've been in this fabric store too long.
I
can actually see when you were comfortable with me.
Oh, that's good,
Because you did.
Lee.
You eyeballed me like, let me check this out. And when you and I were talking, and you did not calm down for just it wasn't long, but you weren't mean. You didn't look mean.
Okay,
You
good.
just, I could tell you were studying me. I did. And it's okay. That's
And I tell her, because yes, it's good, but what it does with her, what I've noticed, and I always tell her, I'm gonna get a little vulnerable, give y'all a piece of it. So we had a conversation the other day. I was like, sister, you have to find a way to have that wall semi down, like, because when you're in show business, she has it on every time. So it's like she's in the dressing room.
That's how my daughter is.
She's reading the room.
Yes.
Because
it's energies. I don't know them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like it's harder for me when I look at, because I know who she is outside of it.
Okay.
And I hate to see her.
You
so
got
guarded,
to know
like,
me.
And I'd be like, why is she so guarded? I want to keep you. I want to talk to you.
You want to do the same stuff we do when nobody's around.
And it's something you have to get used to. Like, she has this wall up, and she will naturally bring it out as the career goes on. But it's important to have, because if you don't, a lot of people will abuse you every single time.
I love it. I love what you did, and it was okay. And
I didn't know it was that readable.
I'm glad that she was okay and did not say, come on, let's go.
But baby, because we are a little traumatized, because we first moved down here. We got to give you on the seat.
To that area that you...
And we were at, by you, it was, I think it was by the Walmart, though. In the
Home Goods, similar to...
Oh, I saw the Home Goods over
We were
there.
going to the Juicy Crab, because I'm a seafood girl. I love me some seafood. And we were laughing and kikiing and just out open with each other. And a woman came up to us, and she abused that, and she gripped onto us doing that, and made us feel like she was a friend and an ally with us.
Hold on. She touched you?
No, she stopped us while we were talking.
We were walking to the Juicy Crab.
Yeah, instead of had a conversation with us, made us feel welcome.
Right.
And then she asked to help her with something. So we done got to talk to her a little bit. So we're like, sure, but we'll help you do something. And turn out she was trying to get us to steal for her. And we didn't even know.
With her husband.
Who does that?
Girl, some grimy people out here.
I don't even believe that.
So our guard,
They were returning stuff in their trunk with no receipt.
Things while they were returning it.
Right.
And they got us there doing it for them. So it was like, oh no. So ever since then, our guard has been up, which is probably why with you, she immediately was watching first. So I'm happy she's able to do that, because it's a great duo, baby. I'm gonna talk.
People are crazy today.
Yes,
Like,
people
it's just
are.
like, you gotta be safe.
That is insane. Okay, let me see. What is it like being a black man in drag spaces? Are you supportive as a black queen, or people just don't support you? And I think you kind of covered that earlier when you were saying, So.
It is way harder for black queens in drag, period. And it's just harder for black people in any
anything.
In anything, because we always have to go the extra 10th mile. When you see a black queen, a lot of people perception of black queens, you're immediately gonna think we're performers. Like it's no shame. Everybody they see you, they think immediately, oh, she's
Kennedy Davenport.
She's finna kick and she's finna split, because black queens have built that image of themselves that we are the forefront, especially black trans women, that we are the forefront of this. So it is harder on us. We're expected more of, and especially when you do the kind of drag we do. We don't do the alternative weird things. So we like to be padded and body. We do the more traditional way. So you're expected more. So when we're getting judged in competitions, a lot of times they're judging us harder than a lot of the other contestants. A lot of other girls might not have padding and stuff on, but they're gonna read us if we do have it, but they can see a little bit of it. Even though we have it on, we can see this, boo. We're always judged harder. And it's just something you have to just swallow and deal with. It's never gonna change. It's just how life is for black people. We're always gonna have to work 10 times harder.
Always. Why?
But I love it, because I love to be pushed, baby. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Okay. And look, don't ask for me unless I send for you.
Okay.
Or vice versa, however they say that. No. Okay. What are some things you tell a new drag who is starting out up in the scene? A new one. I think we talked about this, and you were saying certain things that they do to new people is just not right, or whatever. What would you tell them? What would be a good?
I would tell a newer queen, like a new queen.
New.
And then, right, a new. To I guess hone yourself before you put yourself out there to be
You said hone?
Get your makeup together.
Gotcha. Okay.
Have a clear vision and have a clear because a lot of girls say, "Oh, just do it," like I did, just do it. But I'm not saying hold back, but like have a clear like point of view and have a clear thing you're trying to sell to the masses, to the audience, and so that when you do the competitions, you don't let it discourage you, but like Ontari said, let it push you and build you in a positive way.
Okay.
So,
yeah, like she said, 3 things I would tell new queens. 1, know what you're getting into. Don't come in here if you want this. Let me change this up.
Okay.
3 things I'm gonna tell a new queen who wants drag to be their career, because there's a big difference between a girl who's just doing it and a girl who wants to make money off this.
Yeah.
First thing, start building an audience. Have a character that you can sell to people. Have a brand. That's the number 1 thing. What are you selling to these girls? What's gonna make me want to buy what you're selling? 2, always have a vision with your performances. Don't a lot of times the girls come out and wing it and they're not really focused on the performing aspect of this, but drag is performance whether you like it or not, honey. So come out here with a fully realized number every single time and just give that. And finally, like she said, get your makeup, your hair together first. Don't throw yourself out here looking crazy and then get hurt when they tell you look crazy.
I mean, you could grow that way too. I mean, you have no other choice at that point.
You can't be getting mad if you walked out knowing you wasn't.
But the newer ones, they should know, to me. You know you're new. You know you can't be coming out there half-ass stepping. You gotta you see the ones that are veterans. You got veterans. You gotta look at
Strive for that. Yeah.
You can't just throw on a bow right here and an eyeliner here and think that you're
You're
walk
sick.
out there
And
and
we
you're
had
gonna do
to
well.
get over that, and it's so crazy you said that. You have to get over that. That girl, I'm new. Y'all be easy.
That's
No,
all.
They don't give a fuck.
because how they're thinking, bitch, I had to do it.
Yeah,
So now
that's
you
what I
got
was
it.
just-
Okay, I put in all these decades in this.
Everyone is new at one point or another. You know, everyone is new. So hey, you need to.
And I call them lazy queens. I feel like I hate a lazy queen. I hate a queen
hate
who
a
know
lazy
that they didn't do this. They know they didn't do this with their hair. They know they didn't do this, but then they'll get mad at their critiques and they get mad at what the judges said. Because at the end of the day, yes, the judges can be harsh and sometimes whatever. It is what it is. But if you aren't trying to put in the effort to
Right.
grow, then you can't be upset when you are getting
And
that
if a judge
feedback.
told you your hair was jacked up, take that constructive criticism and make it better the next time. Don't come out there with your
Exactly.
shit jacked up again. I mean, what you want him to do? Say, oh, it's okay. No, Simon Cowell gonna get your ass.
Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
But it is hard for girls where my sister here, like, she would be doing her makeup and fixing the hair and do everything and fix something they tell her, and then you come back and they tell you something new, and it can, like she said, discourage you.
Yeah,
Is what
yeah.
the word I think you was looking
Yeah.
for earlier.
I know. Okay, go
And
ahead.
it
I'm sorry.
discourages you, and she's not a competitive soul like me. When she does a regular show where she's not competing, this bitch is the most free fire, having the greatest time ever.
Yes.
When she has to compete, she's like getting over it immediately, and she's naturally starting to grow out of that because we just won a competition.
And it takes time to grow out of stuff like that, because I know exactly what you were just saying. We go through that in the business that I have, which is daycare. One person will tell you something. No, this is not the way to do it. You're supposed to do it XYZ this way, and then you're doing it XYZ. Then another person will come out, a different person, and say, well, no, this is what we want. Well, but the person before you said that this, so I'm trying to do it this way, and then it does. It will discourage you.
Yeah.
But what you do is you listen, but do what you have to do for yourself first. Because you gotta, if you don't make yourself right and in your head, mentally, you're not gonna be right for everyone else. And a
Right.
million people gonna be telling you stuff. You can take a little bit here, a little bit there, and they're gonna keep telling you different stuff, but it's gonna eventually all come together, because that's how it did with me. I was like, this is ridiculous.
and I was, every new queen, if you watching this, you will know when it's snapped that this is when you actually want to take this serious, because you're going to actually start spending more money. You're going to start spending more time on it. You're going to take it more seriously. You're going to look into your numbers more. You immediately, like I told you, there was at the point where I was just doing it. And now I need my money. I'm going to sit and start an outfit, bitches. I'm going to sit and bring 1,000 people to your show. I better walk out with that cash prize every single time. And once you get to that point, it'll be a breeze, honey.
Okay. How does drag allow you to challenge or express aspects of your Black identity? A part of your Black identity. How does it challenge or express?
How does it challenge, or how do you express it?
How do you express it?
You want me to answer first?
I guess through like being Black, like being yourself, the music. You can showcase.
I'm sure music is definitely one of them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Your aesthetic, your looks, your hair. Even white queens steal from Black culture.
That's life.
Right. They love Black culture.
Yes.
And yeah.
It's the same over here, girl. Black music is what keeps me going, girl. So anytime I'm performing a Black, it's like something awakes in you when that Black, it's a different kind of feeling, boo.
If
I'm performing Meghan Trainor, I'm just gonna look. Meghan Trainor. But if I'm performing Beyonce, bitch,
it's a different
it's definitely, it motivates you. And through our people, we've grown. And so it always translates to drag. And I feel like any queen who's Black will say the same thing. It's the music, really.
It's the music. I know. Look, even when I was younger and I was in the clubs and doing my thing out there, I love the music, of course, but when I go to a drag show and they have the music,
a song that you know, right? It's like no other.
It's a whole different level.
It's like the performance is automatically good.
Queens, baby. We are traditional. We like the old stuff. She came out and performed Love Come Down.
Yes, Evelyn Champagne King. Singing it word for word.
Okay. Do you feel that drag queens are serious in the industry, entertainment industry? Do you think that people take you serious? Do you think it's serious? And do you think that?
I think thanks to Drag Race, we're starting to be taken more serious. The show has put drag on a platform where people want to see more of it, and are now starting to pay you a price, and now starting to want you to come out and perform, and it's starting to take more serious. In the beginning of Drag Race and before Drag Race, I don't think drag was taken that serious as entertainer. You're not booking a drag queen to your club to perform at your birthday party a lot of times, but now that Drag Race has kind of catapulted drag. Now, for example, I'm about to get paid $800 to go perform at someone's birthday.
Yes.
So exclusive.
It's definitely has started to take serious now. But I do think when we're getting ranked in the entertainment world, a lot of celebrities take from drag artists. It's no surprise.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
But drag queens are like almost at the bottom when it comes down to like entertainment value. You're gonna, you know what I mean? Even though a lot of things that is in the music world, the music industry, artists, or art, things like that, a lot of it comes from drag. And
fashion.
Yes.
Met Gala, Runway, Vogue.
A lot of it comes from drag and pageantry, from Black pageantry as well. A lot of it comes from that.
I'm sure. Okay, how do you handle pushback or judgment from people who don't understand drag? How do you handle that? Because I'm sure some ignorant people and some messed up stuff. How do you handle it? Do you walk away? Do you like, okay, I can't even entertain this crap, I got shit to do? Or do you wear it on your sleeves and in you? But that would not be a good thing, because how can you perform and you're thinking about the pushback that they did, because they're haters. I'm sure y'all have developed more to know that. Right.
What kind of people are we talking about? Like haters of drag, or like
Let me tell you something, baby. I'm a diva. Let me tell you this. I'm a diva, baby. If you come up to me hating on, you gonna get the nasty. Ask this lady, baby, I will look at you and start dancing like
I'm sorry, when you did
she will.
I'm sorry, when you did that that, my mouth was like,
baby, I'm gonna make you more mad. I'm gonna make you more mad every single time. I'm gonna start splitting and kicking. Don't answer, baby. Don't get me more riled up. And it's hard to hear. I don't care when it's a stranger. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest.
Hello. Who are you?
It hurts when it's a family member or it's a queen that's in the same place.
Yeah, that's why I asked what kind of people.
A family member. Look, a family member is always the closest to you. Those are the people that hurt you.
Yeah.
You know, because the other ones, they might say something, but it's like, I don't know you. And I don't care about you. And you've said that, it might, linger in the back of my head for a millisecond.
And then I'm going to move on.
And I'm going to move on. But a family member or somebody real close, it's like...
It's hard. For example, my dad, we didn't have the best relationship when I started. Because to be fair, coming from football and colleges asking you to come,
he wanted you to be another way.
You were going to... I was on that route. And I told myself, I said, this isn't for me. This isn't what I want to do.
You were unhappy.
So I went to my dad and just kept it real, like, I don't want to do this. This is what I actually do. Right. I was tired of hiding the drag and then going to football. It wasn't the tea. And when I told him that, our relationship collapsed. I had to move a few times because I didn't feel comfortable in the house. It was so much, and it is harder for traditional Christian men to try to take you in as that. It's hard. But I had to give my dad an ultimatum.
Right.
I said, listen, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I'm not out here fucking and sucking and doing all this extra stuff. You have a great son. I graduated. I work jobs. Like, I help you everything. So you're going to have to make a choice. Either I get the hell up out of here, or you're going to love me and respect what I do. And that's it. You don't got to like what I do, but you're going to respect it. And ever since then, my dad had got sick. And the one person who moved back, even though I had moved away.
It always that?
And I moved away.
The one you treated the worst is the one
that came right back. And I helped, and ever since then, me and my dad, he helped me get my first drag show, like hosting. He's came around so much. My dad still talking shit. He's from New York, girl, so he gonna still talk his little shit here and there. But I know he respects it. He sees that this is what you want to do, and he loves me. So that was something that I had to really learn with him. With that. And baby, my sister, we'll be here all night when she tell you her stories.
I think you just answered this question. Are your friends and family supportive of what this journey is and what you're doing now? You just answered that.
Yes.
They are.
Yes.
What do you wish more people knew about drag artists behind the scene?
Wait, before we answer that, shout out to Mama Leslie, because you need to give Mama.
Yes.
That is our best supporter, baby. Top dog.
Okay.
Every time.
See this.
You heard on the phone, she's the queen.
Oh, the one that was on the phone earlier?
That is our biggest supporter.
Yes, my mom.
Mama Leslie, we love you.
She got it started. Yes. It's okay. Yeah.
What was...
The question was, what do you wish more people knew about drag artists behind the scene? What do you wish that they knew?
The work that goes into it. They only see what you see 5 minutes on the stage. They don't see the time, the effort, just all that comes before you hit the stage. So,
it's like it takes us. Our entire day goes to that 5 minutes on stage. I don't think y'all understand that. An entire day up until that 5 minutes on that stage. It's dedicated to drag. We are fixing up our hair for the day. We are making sure we have every prop and every earring. We're making sure that we're learning our words and our earrings. Make sure this makeup is correct. This look is done. Everything is stoned and put together. And when that 5 minutes is up, that was it. So I feel like if you would want to tip queens more. You would want queens more after learning that kind of. It goes a lot into it. It's not for queens who really hit the series. It's not a just go out there and do it kind of thing. We put our entire days and sometimes even weeks in advance until that one number. Well, a lot of shows we know we're doing like a month prior, 2 weeks prior. We don't really get too many last minute shows. Here and there we do, but. We're preparing we know what song we're doing, and we're preparing that whole entire month and week for that 1 5 minute number. So Yes, this is not easy. I hear people think this is not, baby. I am padded from top to bottom, 10 pounds of makeup, heavy ass wig. I'm sweating like a dog. This ain't easy, boo. So don't be thinking that this is just us putting on. I call it dress up, baby. This ain't dress up.
Yes.
No, this is a little more than dress up.
And I think that was one of the questions. So you have something coming up, you guys, on the 25th, right? 29th. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and make it, and I need to bring my friends, you know. So yeah, because we gotta do that supporting thing, because we didn't know. As you guys are really letting us know how important it is, and what our job is, you know, while we're watching you guys and perform.
And I'm glad that you're sharing this platform to share to your audience and to people who go to the shows. That yes, a lot of the time
we had no clue.
The girls are there for free with what they got. So yeah.
Okay, these are some spicy questions, guys.
Ooh, let's go, baby. I was waiting for
This is the one I read.
What's the most shocking thing that you witnessed in the drag world? Shocking.
Take us over.
Nah, you want me to go first?
Yes.
Well, it wasn't really shocking. I knew, the clubs or whatever. Just the drug use in the bathroom, at the shows, Not necessarily by other queens, but just, it's part of the culture of the club. You just got to know that you're there to be the entertainer. You're not there to be amongst the people. And once you realize that separation, you'll be, you'll be okay.
What's the most shocking thing you witnessed?
The most shocking thing I've witnessed in a show, like she said, I've seen a queen sniff coke right in front of me. Like, we just did a video, and then she turned.
Wait, who?
And when
we're not doing that.
You know who it is.
Is it who I think it is?
I was in another state. I'll just say that. But I was in another state. I hugged the queen. We took a little selfie, and she did a line of coke right in front of me, and I was gagging.
It was your first show?
Yes.
Oh yes.
You because you don't drink or smoke or
it took me. It's not that.
That's a big deal.
Once you've done it so much, it's not really. None people do that. It's like you don't take it serious because you don't do it, but
Yeah, that's
you
shocking
just know
to you. But with
Mm-hmm.
other people, I would think that they would think that that's part of whatever, because people smoke weed. They do what they do to get them prepared and ready for their performance. So sniffing coke is. A lot of people would do that
to get inspired
to perform.
Yeah. But baby,
that was shocking.
But to do it right in front of me, I was like
in front of you.
I was like, oh,
don't even go to the bathroom, bitch.
Look, and some of these things, like dancers too, they'll say, "Hey, would you want some?"
Mm-hmm.
It's just like if you were smoking a joint or something.
Baby,
it's so open and common.
When you see this in a club, say no, baby.
Yes.
The moment you see.
Or
I'm good.
To the bathroom.
I'm good.
Okay, so have you ever had a performance go left? Like your wig popped off, your heel broke, or your tuck popped?
Have you?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wait, which one?
My tuck is popped. My wig has never came off, but it has lifted. My shoes broke before, girl. I've gone through. I'm an explosive performer. I'm a big girl. So when I do tricks and sticks and pumps and stuff, it's more explosive versus a skinny girl. She can more flowy.
Right.
Baby, when me, I pump it. So it's literally a pump. So it is more, risk for something going left in a performance. But what matters is if you're a professional, boo. If it goes left, make it go back right real quick.
What about that epic fall?
Oh. I went viral like a month ago or a month or two ago. I was performing. We got booked to perform in someone's backyard. It was so fun, actually. And I was feeling it because they were all hyping me up in the back. I was let me jump off this porch, and there's a high porch.
Oh my God!
Baby, I jumped. My heel went into the dirt.
Oh my
and then
God.
I bounced.
What did you think the heel was going to do?
Went straight through the dirt.
Just dug right in. I thought I was 20 pounds or something. What the hell? What the hell?
You went down.
Girl, I went straight into the dirt and then I bounced out the dirt and I landed on my knees and went back to.
They probably thought it was part of the show.
They don't care. They're like, yeah.
Yeah, you did something.
We don't care if you're going to the ER after.
Yes, girl. Take my money. Pay for your medical bill.
Okay. Who would you challenge in a lip singing battle? And if you had to choose, what would the song be to destroy them?
Oh.
Let me read it again.
Should I go first?
Yes, go first.
Ontari and Mya.
Wait, who?
I want Cece Nicole to Yaya by Beyonce.
Okay, and
Just like that.
okay, who would you challenge in a lip sync?
She said that.
Cece Nicole is a local entertainer in Atlanta. She's really good. And Yaya is her signature number.
Okay.
I want her to Yaya by Beyonce.
Okay, and what song would you choose to destroy them?
Yeah.
Yaya by Beyonce, baby.
Okay.
Yes, boo. I want you, boo. One time.
Challenge.
Who would you?
I don't want to challenge anyone. I don't think anyone can challenge me. Because I lip sync, I don't rely on stunts. I don't have nobody. Locally.
Okay. And no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be locally. It could be.
I don't know.
You don't have.
Give me anybody. Let's go.
Okay.
Just don't do a stunt show. And
I also want my rematch with my drag mother, Nigel Supreme. Because we actually lip sync battle before.
Your drag mother?
I want my rematch. I need that too. I need
so
that.
you did the master? Because usually the mothers are the masters, right?
Yes, and I battled against my mother and she beat me. I need my rematch, honey.
You know what is that? What is it? Tag. What is it? What is it called? The rules of whatever. Never try to outmaster the master. So
is that what you're trying to do, bitch? Is that what you?
What does drag teach? What does drag teach the world about gender, especially in the time that gender roles are being questioned even more now?
I think it teaches that there's obviously a gender, but that you can do what you want as your gender. You can be a boy and do this. You could be a girl and do the opposite. It's just what you were. You are that gender unless you are transgender. Mm-hmm. But it's art. It's expression. Mm-hmm. It really, to me, has nothing to do with your gender.
And I agree. It's like, do what makes you happy. I think drag has taught some people, do what you want to do. If you want to be called a she, he, zers, boo. You do you.
That's
you do what you want to do.
That's right.
Right, girl. If someone don't like it, who gives a fuck? I hate what I hate
and then
the most.
own it. Just own it, too.
Literally.
I hate of LGBT I hate even more the person who comes at them, but I hate when an LGBT person will sit and argue with someone that don't want to call them by their proper pronouns. Who gives a fuck? You don't got to see that person again.
Damn.
After you leave that person, you don't got to look at them again. Fuck them hoes. You know who you are.
Not only that, you know who you are.
Exactly.
And that's all that should matter, not what another person's calling you.
That's
for
why,
2 seconds.
baby, you can call me she, he, her, as long as you put in a check by my name.
Hello.
That's all that matters.
And look, and we're not talking about the check like this. We're talking about
Baby,
the ones with the dollar sign.
Yes. Clock in.
Yeah.
Every time, boo. You can call me whatever you want.
Okay, this is my last question, and this is for both of you. I'll go with you first, okay? Tori, being a drag queen is, I would like for you to finish this question. Being a drag queen is, you think about it now, because I know that you might want to, yeah.
Being a drag queen is being able to express the person you are outside of drag at its highest form, and it's at its most elegant and its most flawless form. And that has helped me. That's what I've looked at drag. It's helped me so much because it's becoming like a job now when I do drag. But what makes me keep going, what makes me keep the fun in it, is knowing that, like she said, a lot of things we wouldn't do outside of drag. We probably wouldn't come on your podcast outside of drag. But drag has brought out that inner confidence that you might not have in yourself. Even if you are confident, it's just something extra about it. So yes, I will say drag is being able to bring out that person that you don't let the world see all the time.
Well said. Well said. And what do you think, Mya?
Similar, like, wait, how does the sentence start? Drag is...
She already forgot you.
Yes. No. It's okay. Being a drag queen.
Being a drag queen is...
Think about it.
Strength, vulnerability.
Oh yes. And I'm saying it like I know. I don't know.
Baby, you're a drag right now. Baby.
That's silly, but it's
bigger than me and her. You gotta watch it.
It's vulnerability. It's strength. It's it takes balls to do it. Not everyone will. Not everyone will be willing to make a fool maybe the first time they do it.
Or can do it.
Or can do it. So I think it is your outside self because you're choosing to do it and pursue it. And if you can step into that, grow into that, and do well at it, you are more man, woman than anyone can tell you. Okay,
She said it really best. It do take balls to do that.
You have
to be able to put your pride away. You have to be able to put all of that aside to hit that stage in front of a bunch of people who do not know you, who are gonna go home and
to be judged.
Whether you are good or bad, they're gonna go home and talk about
to be recorded.
So you have to be ready to do that.
Now that's a mouthful of truth, both of you, and you're right. No matter what, they're gonna go home and talk about you.
Exactly.
Good or bad.
Good or bad, you're talking. I don't know who they are.
Right.
Negative or not. Bitch.
Let them do what they do, and you guys will do what you do. I just want to thank you.
Thank you
for being on my show. Ontari, I want to thank you for being on my show. You guys have really answered a lot of questions, and I'm sure they did not know. I didn't know, and now you know. So when you go to drag shows, know that you have to participate.
Please participate.
We need you for the show.
We need the crowd. I hate a crowd that's there.
Let it be a scream, honey.
Yes.
Show some sort of engagement.
Do something. You gotta.
Please.
Yes.
Why are you there?
Absolutely. Yes. I so enjoyed both.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So with that said, guys, feel the rumble and listen to the roar, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.
I love it, guys. Yes.